All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is still Wednesday, still hump day, still the 28th of June, 2023, and we're picking up back where we left off a couple of about an hour ago with Final Fantasy 16. We had a couple of pretty important developments happen. Danver was absolutely destroyed and overrun by the Akashic, it looks like. Barnabas shit on Clive twice, and I'm not sure how you're meant to beat him, but apparently through the power of love, because now Clive has the power of Shiva channeled through him after some time with Jill, Alona, and Ash. And then we retreated from Ash on our new ship. We got the the Enterprise up and running now, so that's a thing. There's apparently now a gigantic hole in the middle of the Earth that I've never noticed before, outside of the Crystalline Dominion. And oh no, this is the final sin, isn't it? Never mind. I know what that is. Yeah, let's return to the hideaway and see where the story picks up and goes from here. Jump out already. I know there's going to be cutscenes. Can't be a whole lot left in this story.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale.
Are you really that surprised?
There's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Cross the narrow. Maybe some greens that pop up. The power of ice. Life has claimed a portion of the icon Shiva's essence. Tuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental exploits applies magic spells, but also allows access to new iconic abilities such as Ice Age, which force knocks back enemies a great distance. Details are found on the abilities tab in the main menu. Shiva's iconic feat Cold Snap can be used to move swiftly left, right, forward, or back to either dodge, attacks, or close in on an enemy.
I should visit Joshua. Assuming you tell me it will allow it.
My shard, and there are a couple of side quests to do now. Alright. So let's start hopping into it. There's no new hunts though, so that's cool. New missive has been delivered to my bed chambers. New quests.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you.
1960.
Come again. I may have more for you.
New crafting recipe.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
New management, rekindling the flame. Some other stuff in the Dalmec
Seen
Republic.
enough?
Got plenty of new side quests and stuff to burn through at this point too. Alright, so let's take a look at Shiva. Shiva Mesmerize. Launch multiple shards of ice that, upon striking lighter enemies, draw them toward Clive. Oh, so he does have a grapple. Also, a river of icicles that greatly knocks back enemies it strikes. Hold button to increase potency. Rhyme. Summons a colossal ice crystal that deals continuous damage to all enemies that become trapped inside of it. Sudden dust. Summon a runner storm that freezes enemies in place in the race before dealing massive damage and locking them back. Versus the permafrost duration. Hmm. I'm gonna put this on over Titan, I think. He lost assignment to any icon. Gear and icon. Let's try putting him in over Titan now. Take off and wind up for something else now. What do I want to do for it now? Pulse damage. Air breath. Cooldown. Go with Judgment Bolt. Yeah. Diamond Dust now. Yeah, let's see how Shiva treats us for a while. We have new gear at the blacksmith, so let's go take a look at that. I don't know, with all this side quests and everything that's popped up, I don't know how much in story we're going to be seeing through the rest of the night, so it's a good thing that we got like the insane shit that just happened and play it out of the way for the day, I guess. Let's see what else we have. The lion in the hair. Coffer. Treasure coffer. Patron whisper. This is the one I know about. Twilight. See what Karen has.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of...
Still alive, are ya? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Awesome stuff.
And be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer.
All that.
Finished, are you?
Sure am.
Trouble with your gear, or...
It's about the Enterprise.
Yeah,
Life being fluid, did it?
the weight of all that shit.
It had me knocking six straight to the bottom. Anyway, Mid's inventions, though, isn't it? They're always the way with Mid's inventions, though, isn't it? You ain't got a clue what the hell you're looking at when she hands you the designs. They seem to
Covered it on that one.
right oil on the ass sometimes. Never all the same. Wondering if this is the end of the side quest stuff, because there's so fucking many that just spawned in this world. In the world, Icebrand. Yet deep was frostbite, leaving her fell mark upon their skin.
No scratches, right?
Of course.
And
That's done. Redstone. What are you still doing here?
This kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastport, but as soon as the rebuilding work is complete, I promise to return.
Sure, do whatever you want. Healer's Place. Thank you for helping me guide my mentor free from his mortal coil. Contrary to what the madding crowd believes, we physicers are not without our limits. We might hope to cure every ill, mend every wound, save every life. The only medicine that will see you home safe without fail is prevention. Not that this knowledge will ever stop any of you from chasing down some behemoth for its toenails. Captain Doris. I and the other Christmakers have grown concerned regarding the well-being of our captain. Despite the apparent unrest her recent investigations have visited upon her, Lady Doris refuses all offers of assistance. Not too much trouble. I would ask that you please speak with the captain and learn what troubles her so deeply.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
Self-determination. So many side quests. This has to be the last pass of side quests in the game. After this, it's over. Gotta be, right? Now, let's see what the active time lore says since Heart Pocket over here. Joshua Rosefield. Dominant of the Phoenix and younger brother of Clive, after starting the disaster at Phoenix Gate, he devoted himself to uncovering the truth behind the emergence of the second icon of fire. With the help of the Undying, he obtained a copy of the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, from whose pages he learned of the existence of Ultima, creature he was later to meet with and seal away inside of himself in the sanctuary of Drake's Head. Now reunited with his brother, he and Clive fight as one to defeat Ultima and forge a new fate for mankind.
The stew's awfully thin.
Let's see what Harpocrates has to say.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have a few
By all means, let
new
me share some
maps
knowledge
that might
with you.
interest you.
Hell yeah. Living library.
This, I believe you will find most interesting.
Magitech. A term that appears in the early histories of the fallen civilizations as it describes their highly advanced magical technology, which the airship is the best known example. They also produce weapons all but indistinguishable from living beings, yet whose destructive power rivaled that of the gods of legend. The early chroniclers label these based the iconoclast class. It's from this term that the icons of the present day take their moniker. Triunity of 859. A tri-party alliance formed in the year 859 between Rosaria, Dalmatia, and Sombrec. Its purpose was to oppose the independence of the free cities of Conver, due to fears that this might inspire similar independence movements elsewhere in the realm. The alliance was disbanded in 860 in light of the attack on Phoenix Gate and the dispute over Samarquois culpability in the affair. Make of Gilbert, the Great Lender. The a folk religion popular in the free cities of Conver. Gilbert the Golden was a legendary trader who not only introduced the concept of fiat currency to Valisthea, but founded Conver's very first merchants guild. That same guild was later entrusted with administering Valisthea's common currency. They chose the name Gil in honor of their revered founding father. Faith is organized largely along the lines of a commercial organization, very soon to be aimed at bringing prosperity and success in business. Mechans. Mother Crystal that is believed to have stood in an area in the northeastern part of Dalmatia. Legends tell it was destroyed in a battle between men and gods, a battle so ferocious that it left behind the great crater that can be seen today. Southwestern Alliance. An entente formed between Dalmatia and the Duchy of Rosaria in the year 850 with the aim of preventing free cities of Canberra from claiming independence from the Republic. While the alliance eventually became a three-way affair with Sombrec joined, bonds between the Dalmatics and the Rosarians remained particularly strong. The Rosarians sharing the secrets of vital techniques such as irrigation and the free flow of various diplomats between the two nations.
What subject shall we consider today?
Doric. Domina Shiva and trusted confidant of Clive, leader of the new hideaway. After Clive was bested by Barnabas in the bed of the Naldian Arrow, the two fled to the Shadow Coast. It was there that she entrusted her icon to him, that he might have the strength to fight their fate to the last. Enterprise, the hideaway's mithril engine-powered flagship, designed by the father and daughter team of Sidolphus and Middledal. Telemon to serve as the last hope for humanity should all of Valisthea be lost to the blight. Constructed in secret in the ironworks on the outskirts of Canberra. The mithril with which it is fueled is a highly concentrated source of energy, allowing the ship to achieve speeds thrice that of a galleon at full mast. Shadow Coast. Orbiting cliffs that line the Naldian Arrow on the ash side of the channel. No viable assets exist, their number are few, the pass narrow and perilous. That said, they have more than once been used as a staging ground for covert incursions into the kingdom. The land above having been all but consumed by the light is only the boldest adventurers who dare set foot here. In the Warden of Darkness, who rides in the battle atop his spectral steed, whose black blade is said to be sharp enough to split the very seas in twain. His latest dominant, King Barnabas of the Lude. Mythos. Ultima is named for the vessel of limitless power that he has long awaited. He identifies Clive as this mythos by virtue of his awakening as the dominant of Ifrit, having the power to absorb the ether of other icons. Ultima manipulates his servants into pitting Clive against the other dominants, and that he might drink of their strength and bring Mythos closer to perfection. Bonds of consciousness. The fellow feeling that binds a person with those they love and who love them. So long as these bonds remain strong, so too does a human's grip in their will. Ultima casts Primogenesis in order to serve these bonds of consciousness, that humanity might lose their wills and turn Akashic, and that his vessel might be perfected.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
A lot of lore, a lot of talking. Alright, well, let's go up to the atrium and get this next quest. I'm assuming it's for the fully upgraded satchel. Hang on. Karen, do I need more potions?
Clive. Don't tell me we've run out of pep
Here.
here.
Fine purse weighing you down.
I do.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Deal with it.
The stew's awfully.
What orchestrions am I still missing?
What do you recommend?
Missing this one in a treasure coffer, and this one for all the patrons' whispers rewards. Okay. So there's 2 treasure chests out there in the world somewhere that I'm missing.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Canva lost? It can't be true.
Miss,
Yes.
can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
How was she?
With Canva in the hands
Well.
of Akashic, we'll need to find another port. Preferably one as well hidden as the ironworks.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
No.
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that
Enough.
let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
Oh.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins,
destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding.
That's it in a nutshell. Yeah. We're only 3 short, mind. And we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Even weirder sides. Right, fine. So there's that. Pick up these two. Blacksmith. Final upgrade to the blacksmithy. Check the hunt board while I'm down here too.
So, she don't need sleep.
Asta.
Then again, why settle for low-born chaff when we've honest-to-goodness royalty right here beneath our roof? If Prince Dion cannot see my love for him, then perhaps the Phoenix will.
I'm gonna rob the cradle, I see, huh? Good luck with it. Hope you don't end up in horny jail. What is this?
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Possibly.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
Let's help.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Sure, dude. Your obsession with Blackthorn. Am I done picking up quests here? I am. Right. This. There's all these, and then I still have stuff to pick up down in Dalamil, down in Tabor, Oklad. North Reach has a quest. I'll go here. There's a lot of stuff out here in North Reach overlaps. The Dame has a mission for me. Guess I'll go pick that up. Sure.
I got peppers to numb your tongue up.
But there were ghosts at the gates not days ago, and now you'd have us believe they're just...
It still seems like things are pretty fucked here.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
You didn't mean them. I know. That's not the man you are. The man I love.
Aww. Now, Keith. Isabel?
Oh, Clive. What am I to do?
I don't know.
My
What are you gonna
wards
do?
and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
Appeal to the Duke on Isabel's behalf.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Not a fucking green, dude. 1 second. Something real quick. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Something I gotta do. Sorry, I hope that didn't like fuck the stream up or anything. Had to do something real quick. Oh. Go ahead and do the one that we already have while we're here. Under new management.
I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt.
I left everything in the capital.
Where is this dude?
As long as you remain.
Is it you? You there?
Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins.
Here.
Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. A citizen's revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
Damn, this quest is
Let's begin
long
with
and
those on the
intricate.
other side of the wall.
Alright.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Game's got some support, does she? Over here by the shop.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Eh?
Why?
What about the lowly stable hand? What does he think about the Duke of Oriflamme?
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Let's ask him.
I heard the dame got an
This
icon.
is a stupid, intricate quest. God damn. A lot of talking and not a lot of fighting, too. Not a lot of questing in this quest.
Those things I said before.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
No, up the top. Okay.
Sabine.
Nice mantle.
You are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say.
All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
You.
Me.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence. On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Jesus, dude. So much talking.
As long as you remain, the veil will see to
What? Do voice acting. Be Clive's voice. The triggers. Push the trigger harder, player. Where is this dude?
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Back to Isabel, huh? We almost done with all the talking, or are we good? This is a very wordy side quest. I mean, it's interesting as fuck to see which way this nation is, or this town is gonna go, but I was kind of expecting some action or something, like beating the Duke's ass, or...
Clive, how did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
Maybe Sabine can help me?
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Interesting. But this isn't over yet. A lot of money.